Well, greetings and salutations, one and all. Back again here on the Super Review Show is Journey into Mystery Comic Club. I am your fearless host of the Super Review Show, joined by my two esteemed panelists, Bill and Justin. How are you doing tonight?
We're doing fine. How are you?
Doing well.
Doing well. Can't complain. For those of you who've been keeping track at home and watch us live, or just tune into us whenever you can. Last 2 weeks we've been doing issue 1, 2. This week is week 3, and then next week will be week 4 of Batman Year 1 issue, the graphic novel. But tonight's show is issue number 3, and we have it all pulled up for you. We're going to do a deep dive analysis of this comic book, and let's get into it, shall we?
First off,
yes, let's do it.
I can't think of a better image to encapsulate the entire comic than that picture right there. All of the swarm of bats just flying into the night.
Yeah.
Because how Batman gets out of that little pickle from the last issue, well, Batman can tackle pretty much any problem with prep time, but when he doesn't have the prep time, that's when it gets fun. That's when you really get to see the gears turning in him, like really using everything to its advantage. So if you don't remember from last issue, they ordered SWAT to basically demolish the building that Batman was hiding out in. Of course, a couple squatters were in there. They're dead.
Mm-hmm.
The cops swarmed the building, including Brennan's team. And of course, you cut back to Selena and Holly. And I'm sorry, Holly's just a little punk in this. Like, all she does in this comic, specifically this one issue, is just whine.
Mm.
Yeah. Just whine and whine. Selena. Yeah, I don't know if it grinded your gears, but it definitely did mine.
A little bit, yeah. So, I don't know about Bill, but
yeah, Selena whining really.
Holly whining.
Holly whining grinded your gears.
A little bit.
Yeah, I even noticed it's like Selena sounds annoying.
Yeah. And like I get it, she's supposed to be 12, but like I don't know. Maybe this was an 80s thing, but it was just grating.
mm-hmm.
But they go and see what all the fuss is about with Batman, and the whole situation is drawing this huge crowd. And Batman, when he's in the building, all he has is some blow darts and this essentially bat sonar in his boot to call the bats from his cave into the building. Because what happened to his utility belt is some of the explosives in his belt caught fire, so he had to quickly get rid of it. So he really is bare bones Batman in this. And yet he is still very, very effective in taking out Brennan's men. He ends up putting one of them through a wall, which the crowd cheers at. And then the cheers suddenly go very silent. Because as soon as the people of Gotham sort of accept Batman as a hero, swarm of bats. Just a swarm of bats.
It's like that scene in Batman Begins.
Yep.
Yup.
Yeah.
And apparently every single person in that area had to get vaccinated for rabies because there was a swarm of bats.
A literal swarm of bats.
Yeah. So now 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 Gordon and Detective Essen are still on Batman's case, but Gordon's starting to really have a crisis in faith on whether or not going after the Batman is the right thing to do. Yes, he is a vigilante, but he did save that old woman. The crowd is sort of accepting him as a hero. Is he really that bad of a guy? It's starting to become less black and white to him.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Sorry, Bill enters the chat. No, because it kind of reminds because it's when he says at the end, when he says like he's a vigilante, he's made enemies, but he saved that old lady, he saved those people. Maybe he's not that bad. And then, but then you're seeing from like this exact thing right here when Bruce Wayne says, I could really work with Jim Gordon. So, because you can see the balances here is that Bruce Wayne knows, okay, yeah, I'm working as a vigilante, I'm working outside the confines of the law, but maybe I could use someone like Jim Gordon to work within the confines of the law to say, hey, I may be a vigilante, but I'm not a bad dude. I want to do the right thing. And we brought up this point in the last issue, how Gotham is full of dirty, rotten cops.
Yep.
Jim Gordon is the only honest one.
Yep.
And it's like that. I don't mean to sound nihilistic here, but the people who are supposed to protect us, guess what?
Phil.
Don't give a damn shit about us. And I think Jim Gordon is starting to realize that. Though he is one of the good ones, he realizes that guess what? The other cops are POSs.
Yep.
They suck. But, he's like realizing that maybe Batman as a vigilante, maybe he's not bad.
Yeah. And, this whole time we've been seeing the best parts of Jim Gordon, but we also get to see a little bit of more, I want to say, human Jim Gordon in this one, a more flawed Jim Gordon, because he does something I don't know if a lot of people would have expected Jim Gordon to do. He has an affair with Detective Essen, Sarah Essen, behind his wife's back. His pregnant wife's back.
Yeah, and I noticed that, because when we see in other adaptations of Batman, we see Gordon as like the clean-cut family man.
Yep.
But yeah, I noticed that in the book. He's cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
And you know what? That even shows that even though in some way Jim Gordon is a good, honest cop, but is he really the best person?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I think that is a very it's a very complex question that is often tackled, especially so in like the more noir, dark detective stories like Batman. Is yeah, they show the righteous and the good as a force, but who they are in the dark might not completely align with what their image is. And unfortunately, that can also be very true to life.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Yeah.
But no, it's like it basically, and I think what I've been liking about this Batman Year One is that guess what? Is that it explores the complexities
Yeah.
because this wasn't the whole good guys good, bad guys bad.
No, Frank Miller wanted to tell a story of different shades of gray. And he definitely achieved that. I don't think there is one single quote unquote white shade in these characters. I think it's all grays and blacks. If you
So
catch my
what you're
drift.
saying is the thing is that Frank likes to keep things. Frank Miller has kept things more nuanced.
Yes, in this, yes. In a setting like Gotham City, I think Frank Miller has a easier time to do that with. He likes to keep his worlds gritty, grimy, and depressed.
It's kind of what he's known for too, as far as a writer and an artist goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and sometimes it works to his benefit, other times to his detriment.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah, we're still on crazy cool Frank Miller, right?
Oh yeah, this is still crazy cool, Frank Miller. He doesn't go nuts until the 2000s, I would say.
Yeah.
And what caused him to go nuts? Who knows?
Actually, there is a reason, but I won't get into it here.
Tell me off air.
Yeah.
But no, this explains a lot of the complexities and showing that again. What I like about Frank Miller in this is that he shows that not everything is that black and white.
Nope.
Yeah.
That yeah, that good men, but oh god, I'm gonna sound like one of those Marxists right now. That good men are flawed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the ones who are protecting us, they don't give a shit. Who are supposed to be protecting us, they don't give a shit about us.
No.
And but you know what? Like here raises a question. I want to ask Justin first, and JT, you can chime in.
Sure.
Justin, but do you think this is kind of promoting vigilanteism and people taking the law into their own hands?
Hmm. Um, I would say that this is a comic book,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that anyone who gets that message from a comic book might need to reevaluate some of their life decisions.
Okay.
Um, I don't think this is promoting vigilantism. Um, I think it is a commentary on urban life, corruption, and um who we are in the dark, but I would not go so far to say this is a promotion of vigilantism.
Okay. All right.
So yeah,
Um,
that's. But no, like that is. Yeah, I think you're right. Anyone who goes upon this really needs to evaluate their life.
Yeah.
yeah.
But no, it's and again, I feel like really a lot happened, but not much happened at the same time. You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
I was gonna mention that
Yeah.
because there's really only 4 or 5 big beats in this. You have the scene in the condemned building. You have Selena and Holly. By the way, Selena becomes Catwoman for the first time in this. Um, in that she just puts on the costume.
Yeah, right there. Yep.
Um, you have Gordon cheating on his wife.
Mm.
You have Gordon trying to get in contact with Bruce Wayne in Sweden, where his alibi is
Switzerland,
he's. I'm sorry,
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Um, where he tries to give him the alibi that he went skiing and broke both his arms and legs, which Detective Essen points out very cleverly that that's where the Batman got shot.
Oh,
Oof.
so you think at this point is Jim Gordon starting to realize is Bruce Wayne Batman?
That he's putting together a list of suspects, and a billionaire might have access to. Um, I'm not going to say that a billionaire would have access to a bunch of devices because at this point we don't really know what devices Batman has in his arsenal.
Right.
We are still dealing with year one Batman. His his utility belt is not the Adam West catch all be all that we all know it to be.
Correct. Because he's just starting out. I mean, it's literally year one. So
Yes.
he's this is like as origin as if you can get as Batman. So
Well, you could explore him traveling the world and training, but
well, yeah, but this is like his first year in Gotham as
yes,
a vigilante hero.
correct.
Yeah. Which and I will say that going through this bit by bit, Miller has done a great job with this. As we break it down thoroughly more and more, it really is showing how Miller just kills it with this. Like, he's a really great storyteller.
Yes, but you can see sort of his Millerisms poking
Yeah.
its head in, and I get it. At this stage, it's not really a problem in his writing yet because it's still early on. It's more when he becomes a parody of himself in the 2000s that you really get it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was that, JT?
No, I was just saying how he I was just saying how I love how Frank Miller, like his style before 2000s. Frank Miller, he really did it. He really does a good job at like portraying these stories as a darker and groomier, or maybe not groomier, but just like that kind of perspective of it with Batman, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've always liked his stories, if you will. So
No, I see what you're getting at.
yeah, it's just
But
my.
no, I see what you're getting at. This is no, because I think this was around the time when comic book, because up to this point, Justin, correct me if I'm wrong, comic books were just basically seen as kid stuff.
Depends. DC kind of had that philosophy for a long time, and yeah, it did sort of end towards the 80s for a lot of it. Um, but it wasn't without its darker moments. Especially with Batman. The Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams run of Batman is still considered one of the most formative runs pre Frank Miller, and was really considered the run to really put Batman back on track, when for the longest time he was, you know,
It's
Adam
basically
West.
Adam West Batman, yeah, because like it took like the late 70s into the 80s where the comic book creators over at DC were like,
It
let's.
wasn't even the late 70s, it was the early 70s.
That's
Like
true. Yeah, yeah,
like once Dick Grayson went to college, like
yeah.
that
Once Robin went to college, it's like, all right, Batman's gonna do, and
yeah, that's when they started introducing Ra's al Ghul. Like you had all those stories of the Sword of the Demon, all that. The Joker's five-way revenge, which some of the most haunting art of the Joker I've seen. When I first saw Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams, I mean, Neil Adams was the artist, right?
yes, I believe so.
Okay. So when I first saw Neil Adams' drawing of the Joker in the Joker's five-way revenge, let me tell you, I couldn't believe that it was drawn in the 70s. Like I could have swore that was like at least mid 80s,
Yeah,
because it was just that detailed.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, this was definitely a new status quo for Batman, though,
oh yeah, totally.
because I think this was the shift that said, "Oh, um, we can actually have the target demographic be a little older."
Yeah, and not just for kids. Like, if you guys remember, the reason why Robin was created was because, just on a side note, Robin was created so that, like, so the reader could go on an adventure with Batman. And that's why he got created in the first place.
Yeah,
That's that's just the truth. So, and when you say like these types of comic books were like not just made for kids but made for teenagers or adults, you're right. And the subject matter too. Like if you look at, I mean, we do this show live, but like some of the graphics and stuff, like Commissioner Gordon or Officer Gordon at this point, you know,
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Gordon.
Sorry, thank you. I was like, I'm thinking the wrong thing. I knew it would come out at some point. He's having an affair with his wife. Like that's with someone else. That's pretty like serious stuff, you know. And his real wife is pregnant.
With his coworker.
Well, exactly. So that's not really made for like a 10-year-old kid audience. That's made for more of a 21, maybe not 21, 18 year older audience. Made appeal to more people that way.
Very much so.
That's the genius of.
Oh, I totally agree.
That's the genius of this run of Batman specifically. So that's just me.
Because
But
it's really because we're at the point right now when we're just like, it's no longer the boom, boom, pow, bam, womp.
no, the 60s
Don't,
Batman.
don't forget the kazoom.
Kazoom.
Oh, how can I forget the kazoom?
Or bam, pow, biff, bam.
All right, so Gordon's affair. What were the other 4 or 5 beats here?
The scene in the condemned building, Gordon contacting Bruce Wayne, and Selena becoming Catwoman.
Yeah.
So the condemned one that shows that Batman is, that shows that Batman actually had saved people in there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that Batman saved people in there. And, again, we kind of already touched about that Batman, though a vigilante, is actually pretty good.
Yep.
And he could possibly be a hero.
This is the point in the story where Gordon and Batman are starting to realize that they could really use each other. Gordon wants to clean up the force. Batman wants to clean up the streets.
Win-win combination.
Yep.
That you could tell that Batman and Gordon, they kind of need each other.
Mm-hmm. It definitely becomes an uneasy partnership, is how it's always been described.
Correct.
Really, how so has it been an uneasy partnership?
Well, the official stance of the Gotham PD is to arrest Batman on sight.
Gotham PD has to arrest Batman on sight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember in the Dark Knight where Den has a meeting with Gordon and he's like, "Save it, Gordon. I want to meet him." And he's like, "Official protocol is to arrest the vigilante known as Batman on sight."
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And then he tried to point out the bat signal on the rooftop, and he was like, "Well, if you want to put in a maintenance request that about faulty lighting, that's not my department."
Mm. Yeah.
Any final thoughts on this issue?
I think, again, I just feel like this is a thing that I felt like a lot happened, but not a lot happened at the same time.
I agree.
Well, a big part of that is the first 8 pages or so is a set piece, like a big action sequence.
Right.
So it's all wrapped into one, basically.
Basically, yeah.
It's all wrapped into one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now we're really seeing Batman in this series.
Yes. And while the next issue might not be the most explosive, that was the last 2 issues. It definitely is the biggest emotional climax of the story.
Ooh, the big emotional climax.
Yep.
And it's where you finally see the bond between Batman and Jim Gordon officially get forged, and their understanding.
And that's what starts the partnership.
Mm-hmm.
It all starts the slow chemistry of them working together slowly comes together here. So
And I don't want to jump far ahead, but you know what it's making me think of? It's making me thinking of ending of two Batman movies. One, Batman 1989, which you said that ending's kind of a little cheesy when
I mean,
they're
yeah.
reading the letter. When they're reading the letter of, as long evil will always be in Gotham, and if they come, call me. How do we call him?
He gave us this.
yeah.
And then I think of Batman Begins, which I think shows more the partnership between Batman and Gordon.
Mhm.
Yes.
When of course the big teaser for the next one, the Joker card, and when he's about to go off, Gordon goes, "Hey, I never thanked you for saving me." And Batman says, "And you'll never have to."
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think that kind of shows more of the partnership between Batman and Gordon.
And expertly crafted in Matt Reeves's the Batman. In that one, you could actually get a sense that they were partners.
Yeah.
Like they were actually solving the crime together.
I've compared the Batman Gordon relationship, like the one of the Burton and Schumacher movies. Okay, that Commissioner Gordon,
Non-existent.
oh my God,
Let's
that's his
be
soul.
honest, it was non-existent.
That guy couldn't stop a jaywalker without Batman's help.
Yeah.
But and then when you look at Gary Oldman in the Nolan movies, you can tell that's more of the partnership.
Yes. And I really can't wait to see
Simmons in the Snyder movies, he's just there.
I mean,
What was it?
there was just no development in that one.
No, it was kind of just there.
And then you have the new guy who's Gordon. I don't know the actor's name.
In Matt Reeves's movie, honestly, I can't wait to see him become commissioner because I really can't wait to see the full fruition of that relationship.
Yeah. It comes out when? Next year or the year after?
Year after.
Okay.
God, we had to wait 5 years for this damn movie.
From
Yeah.
22.
I can't believe we had to wait 5 damn years.
Well, they had a
The
lot
guy
of,
was slow to write the script.
yeah, there was a lot of creative development changes at Warner Brothers and DC, so a lot of changes.
And also, James Gunn says he's not going to greenlight a movie unless there's a finished script.
Which is good too.
Yeah, that's kind of rare in Hollywood nowadays.
So there you go.
With Marvel going into production without a finished script, allegedly, every movie.
Yeah, the product doesn't always come out the best, so it's just the truth.
Yeah.
So, anything else for issue 3, guys?
I think I'm pretty much good.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with
I don't know what you think.
I think it was solid. I think it was a good towards the end of the story type of thing, if that makes sense.
Well, we're just gonna have to see next week for the grand finale of this, aren't we?
We're gonna have to wait and see exactly. So, yeah, and the other guys, we're good.
Jeffrey
think we're
Wright.
good.
That's who was Commissioner Gordon and Matt Reeves.
What's that?
Jeffrey Wright was Commissioner Gordon and Matt Reeves, the Batman.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Sorry, that was bothering me.
No, you're good. You're good. So no worries. All right. Well, I guess it's gonna do for us, guys. Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
All right. We want to thank you for watching our show tonight. Thanks so much for tuning to Journey to Mystery Comic Club. Tune in next week as we discuss and break down
The finale.
the final issue number 4 of the Batman Year One storyline from 1987 of Batman Year One. I want to thank the two gentlemen for doing the show with me as always. Thanks so much for doing it. Justin, your comic book knowledge unparalleled, Bill, yours as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. And yeah, but for all of us here at the Super Review Show, please tune in next Thursday for the final issue of the Batman Year One for Journey to Mystery Comic Club here at the Super Review Show. Thanks so much for watching, guys. For all of us here at the Super Review Show, please out there. Before I forget, Bill, you have a sports thing?
Sports Insanity podcast on the Sports Insanity Network. Don't forget to check us out tomorrow. We are counting down our top 5. Okay, last week we did our top 5 overrated athletes. Tomorrow we're counting down our top 5 most underrated athletes.
Yeah.
So check that out tomorrow. And yeah, as I sound like a broken record right now. Football season's coming up. Stay tuned for all our NFL coverage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, busy season's coming, folks.
Yeah, be ready. So, but yeah, we're always at the Super Show, guys out there. Please out there, stay safe, take care,
Take
and
care.
Be awesome.
be awesome.